Hi and welcome to my tutorial on the 5 Hydrangea flower. So this is a tessellation, which is like most high density tessellations of the hydrangea, but it's kind of separated and it gives it a kind of a different look. It does make it a little bit tricky to fold, mainly around these things here. There's another version for flowers where you just don't have the center flower there, it's just kind of the join, which is another, again, I found that one tricky to figure out as well. But I've had a number of requests to fold this one, so I thought I would walk everyone through it. So to start, you'll notice that the back of this is the same as a 3x3 hydrangea tessellation. So in a normal 3x3 there would be another petal there and there, and you'd actually have 9 flowers. In this one the difference is there. That one obviously is because I've put an extra layer of a hydrangea in the centre. So a 3x3 hydrangea tessellation will need a 20x20 grid. So the way to figure that out is it's times 6 plus 2 for a hydrangea. So 3 times 6 is 18 plus 2, 20. So you need a 20x20 grid. For this one, I have done 20x20 divisions, mountain folds on the colour. And then I've done 20 diagonal divisions, valleys on the colour. Alright, so the way we'd start this, as I said, is exactly like a hydrangea tessellation. So we will fold some plates in the centre. So you got your first tile there. So I've walked people through these exact steps in previous tutorials. So if I go a bit fast, my apologies. You can watch some of the other tutorials I've done, or you can just pause it. This is where making nice, precise and crisp folds makes a huge difference, because you do have to reverse some of the creases. So it is, some people do, when they crease their grids, they crease them both ways. I don't do that for all of my creases, because if you've seen some of my really small tessellations I do on my Instagram account, actually I find it weakens the paper sometimes when they're really close together. They go back and forth on the creases. But for some things it really is helpful. But if you do make nice crisp creases, you can often reverse them quite easily, especially with the help of a toothpick. one really good thing about the hydrangeas is that you can help the folding of the creases, the collapsing, by pushing in from the underside with your fingers, or if they're really small, with a toothpick. And so I use both my hands just to manipulate the creases to go where I want them. And I've folded probably thousands of hydrangeas over the last couple of years, so it's definitely muscle memory at this point. So we've got the start of a 3x3 hydrangea. But you'll see there, this is where we get a bit tricky. So instead of it closing off as a square, it actually kind of folds out across there and then back. And I'll be honest, I found it very tricky to figure this out. So I have done a bit of practice, and hopefully I can get this across. Alright, so here is where it does get tricky. Okay, so the real difference here is you want to pop it out along that crease there. So it's the second row there, and then as you collapse it like normal, that closes in like that. And basically what you've done is done a hydrangea collapse, but with only 3 petals. Okay, so I got that, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So we'll do that again. So you pop these ones in, but then you pop it out along that crease. So you can pinch that one like that, pop that in. Yep. There you go. And it just kind of lays down. Sorry, I wasn't seeing if that was in the camera. But don't worry, we've got 2 more to go. Alright, when I first started trying to figure this out, I kept on ripping these bits here, going back and forth. So this method hopefully just doesn't put too much stress on your intersections. So I just pop that out to the second crease there. I'm going to pull that forward. And last one, I'll try and do this one slowly in case anyone's missed up until now. Pulling that bit forward. as you collapse these. Alright, so that's the tricky part. And now you just need to turn these 4 into normal clover. Alright, and there we go. The Hydrangea 5 flowers. And so obviously you just fold all of these under. You should know that by now if you're folding hydrangeas. Fold all those under. Now the trick with these ones here, to get those ones in, I use my magic toothpick or skewer, as is the case here. So what I do is I put the toothpick just there. You don't hold that down, you can leave that, you have to leave that up a bit and just push that one under. Right, so it kind of curls under. One thing I've discovered you can do is get your toothpick, line it up to where you want the crease to be, and then pinch, and it puts a mark, and then it actually can bend pretty well on that. So that's how you do those ones. Yeah, so that is how that is done. Now, any questions, queries, please do put comments in or send me a message on Instagram, because I check those regularly. All right.